What's happening, y'all? It is Tasha C again, and tonight with the Monday Match VH1 Monday nights and shit, I'm about to review, of course, Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 4, Episode 2. Okay, so let's get on with the fuckery and stuff. Y'all see I'm ready with my lounge chair. Y'all gonna see probably a couple more videos, and I'll go to school till tomorrow afternoon. You know how they roll. So if I can, I might do. Of course, I'm gonna do my black ink after it comes on and put it up as soon as possible. But I'll get a couple videos in afterwards. Let's continue now. First of all, I didn't pay attention last week, and about with Peter Gunn's feet. And the thing it reminded me of is that y'all remember, and it proves it. Y'all remember about anybody watch Charlie Brown and shit, right? All of us, somewhat, most of us remember the shit, right? But he has proven that Charlie Brown, some of the characters are real life human beings. Because when I seen that foot, the only thing I could think about is that that character got all that goddamn dirt and shit just follows around him like his own personal tornado and shit and just all this dirt, and he just need to sit in the bath for about a year. That's what the fuck that foot looked like. Okay, I just wanted to say that. Now we got a repeating theme. We got affairs, baby mama drama issues, people possibly going to jail. That was one of the main things and shit, right? So the couple people that we seen today, we got somebody supposed to play Sorrel. I guess L'Oreal wasn't L'Oreal, I think. Wasn't crunk enough. So now we have another person rapper, but the difference is she's a dancer turned rapper type of chick. I think L'Oreal was already, for what I hear, where she's worked in the music business and was rapping. So, like I said, Mona's got to crump it up and save the series somehow, some way, right? So she gonna take it up a notch, okay? She really is trying to sit there and say, like, this is just as good or better than ATL. But that's how she's trying to do with all these fucking scenes. So we pick up where we left off with the bitch Arena Butterfly Moth. I like to call Arena Moth. And she's up there, again, they left off where they picked off. And, Rich is like, shit, I thought I was bad, which was true, but, Peter Guns is worse off than, than me. And then, Peter Guns brought to the table, and he wasn't expecting her to disclose information. Again, she's showing this tattoo, like, okay, that's not supposed to prove that y'all was married anyway, because you got a tattoo. That just means you're stupid, because he don't even have a damn nothing on his body indicates that y'all are married. So whether it is technically, for what I hear, it might be a green card marriage and shit. So of course they're not going to reveal that because the people was watching the shit with the immigration, whatever. So to a certain point, they're not going to admit that it's a green card marriage, even if it is. And if y'all been looking past the show and NicoleBitchy.com and some other blogs and stuff like that. But what they were saying is, and even I think Bossip, I don't actually go on that site anymore, but I think I'm subscribed here still, or something on YouTube. I think Nicole Pitchy, somebody, okay, and I think Nicole Pitchy was the one who had like snippets of her interview that she was talking about. Yeah, they're actually, but there's documents, but she's not saying. So that's what I'm saying is they're not going to admit that they're married for a green card anyway. If this is a legitimate storyline, because the thing is, she'll get deported to Germany. That's probably what I hear and gather the reason why her sisters went back. Not because they were homesick and shit. They, the green card, whatever, immigration things, whatever, time to go back home. Bye bye. So she's just like, why you didn't tell me? Now, she has proven, and this is the first time we see it, she is the hoe / wife jump off. Because as far as I'm concerned, even though y'all married, he still only claims Tara as his main broad or female. He married or not, bitch, you still are nothing but sideline pussy. Okay? That's pretty much it. That plays a guitar and maybe a couple more instruments. That's about it. Okay? Real reality. She ain't accepting it, but I don't know, but the screws are a little bit loose and rusted when it comes to her. Okay? So, Rich Dollars basically trying to tell him, make a long story short. I know I've been rambling as usual, but he is trying to tell Peter Guns like the fuck, basically. So they kind of like in off the scene, and Peter Guns does admit that he did marry, he fell in love and married her. So thanks a little bit green card, but that's just me, y'all. But after that scene, you got all this stuff happening at the same damn time. Now, in between we get introduced to Saigon, if y'all remember Entourage, and it was underground rap scene, type of thing. I do remember though, a few songs I did hear from him back in the day that I like. I don't know why, but I like that song Stocking Cap. That's my shit. I'm just telling you, that's my shit. It was ignorant as fuck, but that's my shit. The beat was ill as fuck. Y'all check that out. And come again. I'm just saying. I used to be kind of fan with some of his work and shit. But the last time honestly I heard anything about Saigon is when I actually used to like watch videos kind of on One Star Hip Hop, and he in Africa somewhere, and he was this girl, she half naked, whatever, and he all just how happy talking about, oh, she beautiful, much better than Amber Rose and all this shit or whatever the case was. So that's last video say he just all happy got some African ass. I don't know what the hell, but that just the last video, and that's been like a year or so since I've really been on World Star, if all of any, you know what I'm saying? Been on there like that. So, anyways, you got him introduction, and his, like I said, every pot line is to get us started. It does, some of them don't make any sense. Now, in between that, now I mean, I know Saigon, came. I'll bring King Michelle up in a minute, but you got Saigon and this lady Erica J. Oh, I'm just saying, Jean Grey, whatever her name is, and they've been, like friends with benefits, whatever, for years. And he has a daughter. His children are like 1 month apart. He wanted to be a dad, or maybe at least a boy. I don't fucking know. Okay, but she ends up getting pregnant. They decided to screw. I don't know if it's their first time screwing, but they probably had before. But they were kind of like I said, friends with benefits type of thing. At least what I gathered. And they decided one day they want to have kids, and they were lucky and fortunate. She gets pregnant, and her version is he ends going to tour, and they kind of fade off until I guess after the baby's born or whatever the case is. And his version, and certain other people accounts based on maybe what he said, is her ass, once she got pregnant, whatever the case was, she didn't really want to bother him and turned him away. Didn't even want him at the son's birth. And then her ass, was later in the scene when she's a meeting, because she stays with, when moved back in with her dad, and the dad don't want him over at the house. And apparently the baby, he didn't see the baby till he was 7 months old, and she dropped him off at his doorstep or some shit. And he's thinking about considering, marrying this because he don't want the baby mama thing. He's thinking about being in a relationship with her, which I'm confused how bad off it is. He cool with the other baby mama, seems like. But you want a relationship with her? Is it because she has the boy? I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's like they're trying to get us all into this show that you got a bunch of shit that don't make sense or contradicts itself. Y'all feel me on that one? So anyways, you got that going on and stuff. I'll just slide off because introduction. And then I want to point out, because there's another scene with Saigon. Saigon's girls are real cool, and it's later on the scene that they're playing basketball and shit. And of course, motherfuckers, like I said before, I have to always bring them, because it's always the last motherfucker that shouldn't be talking, be the first one to always say something. And, and some people who are doing dirt are so quick to find somebody else's dirt. So he talking about how it was foul, even if that is true for what is she did to Saigon, didn't let him be around with the pregnancy and the birth, and then that's foul on her part, okay? But he is the last person that should be talking and saying anything, just like he pulled that bullshit Rich Dollars, and you sitting here married to your damn jump off who sits there and probably hugs your phone when you're not there every night and shit like that, and it says, and the place the goddamn tartar, we will be together. I think that's she one of them type of bitches, okay? I'm just saying. So, because if she crazy enough to just get I'm just saying, not everybody's crazy to get tattooed, but I just think like she sat there and did the same thing. Erica did, just get the name of the dude, and I'm just saying, something about her just don't seem right. But anyway, he got the nerves to be telling Saigon about, because the way she been acting. Now, I do think this is a stupid reason to get the test. If you just have a feeling like, you think, it's been some other dick and balls in some draws that somehow made contact with her around the time this car was a thing, then I can understand you want to get tested for that, but not because the child does not look like you. Because the child, maybe just me, the minds and stuff, when the baby was sitting in his lap, did kind of resemble him. Even though I do hurt her once in a while that people, children can look like somebody and they're nowhere related to them, okay? But just simply because the child doesn't look like you. But, y'all remember that dude with Tipsy and stuff? Jay, whatever his name is. Everybody in the club get tipsy. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Recently, I think just last year, he had 2 kids, and it was kind of like the same thing. It was 1 child or 2 children he been taking care of, like, because he had them kids young, like 17, something like that. 1 or 2 of his kids, he found them taking years and, paying years child support. Turned out was 1 and 2 wasn't his. And I think the same thing with them slimmed up. I'm just saying that, I can understand, but that shouldn't be the only reason why. If you just feel like somebody else been in that space and been banging the walls out besides you around this time, yeah, get it for that. But don't get it just because the child don't look like you. Because a parent Other side could be stronger than mom. And we ain't gotta go draw the signs. So I'm just saying. And then Peter Guns is I didn't notice when he was telling Erica Jean Grey that about this thing that his baby mama, which I don't know why he brought her up. I mean, I understand he's supposed to be home in love with friends and shit, but why is that relevant to y'all situation? But I know he didn't tell the truth that Peter Guns put in his head. Like I said, of course he gonna make sure he tries to find the bullshit in other people's situation because he is full of it, okay? He even got it on his feet, okay? So we got that covered. So, the next episode, he asked her in the end, do a DNA test, and she walks out, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. I just had to bring something for the K Michelle. This Narnia chick, Miss Thickums, I want to call it, because, I mean, like I said, this whole season, like I said before, is DJ's assault, ass and titties, okay? That's all the hell I mean, they've been doing ATL, but I'm just saying they really making it up or stepping it up this season. So she in here, I'm just hearing something about, I think in the song, I'm the baddest bitch. I'm the baddest motherfucker. I'm just, so I see. You got Rich Dollars possibly, because they're trying to recruit people. And I didn't know Liv and L'Oreal, and that's even a diss that they're not on the show unless they, weren't going to sleep with Rich Dollars on, I mean, I don't know if Liv was sleeping with Rich Dollars. I'm just saying is, consider how, say, Matt got played because she wouldn't fuck Stevie J, and that's why she just magically got off the show. It's coincidence that now, if that's their artist, and L'Oreal seems to be more, I'm about my actually music and not fucking nobody up to the top thing. It's kind of weird that she wasn't on the show, or at least I don't know if she's gonna be in guest appearance. But Liv, I can understand who gives a fuck that she off the show. But like I said, it turns out that Liv and both L'Oreal are some of their new artists when they have this talk later on, which I'm gonna get into. So this Nyla chick or whatever, is supposed to be badass. She's supposed to be, dance, dancer turned rapper. She's a hard. She got a song with Jada Kiss and shit like that coming out. And Rich Dollars basically, I think, recruiting. She's basically like, no, I'm at a comedica and a dance club, and I think you lame whack because you fuck your artist, blah blah blah. And I don't need you. I get that this, and I'm bash motherfucking bitch, blah 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 bash bitch. I don't know why. I just, it's just like she's trying to make sure she possibly get a spot if they do, hopefully, if in their cases, hopefully have an extra check on another season. She's making sure she's trying to cue Scott because it just seemed like she was crunk up less than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And even with Rich Dollars type of thing was kind of like she just came on the first point. She could just been like, oh, okay. But the way she came on, she just was like, looked like she's gonna headbutt him and shit, okay? So we just skipped that. So he was like I say, he was trying to cool. She was just saying like about him fucking his artists and stuff. And a bring up cool too. She meets Erica Mead in a cigar shop. And of course, they're talking about a couple of albums together. And, Erica Mena realized she made a lot of money, Rich Dollars, and that's what she wanted to focus on. And just stay from, from fucking him anymore, but just being with him on the business side because it's a business opportunity. And, Nia's like, I want to go back to the past. But dirt, keep the dirt back there, whatever the fuck she's saying, okay? Because, like I said, she just has some spiciness. And, like I said, she's trying to secure a spot on the show and probably get paid, extra little money. And then trying to make sure she gets enough exposure since she's an up and coming artist, okay? But she going a little hard, okay? So, let's end it with that because they kind of fade with them after that. Now you got K Michelle. She is good with Mandy and in Paris and them meeting up at some restaurant at the beginning. And she wants some, looking for, of course, somebody to make sure her hot pocket is always warm. And again, they're having another party for her. And Yanni's gonna invite some girls, eye candy, stuff like that, just some potential dudes. And then later on, of course, we see K Michelle, she before that, I forgot. Now Yanni made it that she was going to business and making record label. And of course K Michelle is the same way like this Nyla chick was to some point, but just not all turned up, okay? She's just like, okay, with the Rich Dollar thing, he, kind of, and I think it's about the annual meeting thing, but everybody just know kind of much now. Rich Dollars and even Yanni knows himself is kind of gave himself a bad rap, around the street and probably someone in the industry. And she just like, but still, when it comes to finding talent and getting money, and we all know this about to get the money, and I don't blame her, but she said deep down inside, he actually do know how to make good vegetables and good talent. And I'm kind of confused because, like I said, unless there's some other talent with Liv, and like I said, last time I heard about Liv, like I said, I don't know if I said this before or something, whatever. But Liv was supposed to be on the label with Wyclef's brother, brother. I forgot what his name was. Cause they want, she supposedly, and I think she want to habitualize drama bitches too. Let's be for real. And she was supposed to, she got this 500,000 advance, supposedly more than what she wanted, and it seemed like she's supposed to be on some label working with Wyclef's brother, and we haven't heard from the bitch ever since. Okay, then so um after that scene, you got K Michelle. She got up with some guy. I guess he talked to you, or you get and type of things, and they talking smack. He talking about I'm a street nigga. I'm thinking like you incriminate yourself on TV. I hope that you're just saying that and you got out that got out that shit. But Mercedes is in jail for that same street shit, and they caught her on for you. I'm just saying, don't be. You should have blurred the face. I'm just saying, and K Michelle showing her money, he pouring the money. Like I said, it was just like a lot of stuff in and out. And then you got, of course, I have to bring up the situation. You got like Joe and Terry. Now she's coming in the shop, and he's supposed to get some custom made jeans just for her. And she's talking about that she might leave 4 to 6 weeks, for a male. I mean, well, a movie. I meant to say like some mail, but she got some in the mail, something like that. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, y'all. That she's supposed to do some movie, and she's, basically got an offer to make some coins. Just like she said, this is an opportunity. Consider that they've been, like I said, on ramen noodles type of income on a regular and shit. And since they finally, get to enjoy the fruits of their labor, she wants to be able to enjoy it. And, here's, Peter Bunny, because they're also seeing therapy, and so I did quite see that wise question. She was like, if you're gonna give that shit like that Jean vest y'all you wore last year and shit on great, don't get it, man. Yeah, we agree. That was wrong for everybody. Okay, so here's Joe Bernard. You're gonna take your therapist with you because we're supposed to work together and blah. That goddamn voice. Okay, seem like one of them hitting voices. If they still do hooked on phonics and shit, he got one of them voices. And P and H makes this sound together. Huff. Okay, so anyways, y'all, they're talking, and he's basically trying to say, like don't. You're putting other stuff in front of your relation. Carrie, being the feisty, jalapeno pepper that she is, she's just like, I've been there for you and I support you, so, well, 100%. So you do the same, okay? And then that was pretty much it, and they faded off again, whatever. So, between back and forth with that, here we're going to do the genre all together with the Peter Gunn situation, whatever. Now, in between, that him first we have him and his wife doing, I know this may be a little, just me, but didn't y'all think or want somebody when they were playing on the stairs and shit or wherever that waterfalls, and when they were playing, she got the guitars and stuff like that, and she was talking like, still warning, when are you gonna like basically come home to me type of situations, and he said working music. Then y'all think somebody was gonna throw change at them, just a dollar stuff, just I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought that that would be hilarious, but because I don't know why I just thought like somebody would do that, because it just seemed kind of weird that they're on the street, and usually people that are musicians who do that usually have the cup, or the street entertainer. I just was thinking like, since y'all entertain the street, y'all could just have a cup, just have, I'm just saying, since they were doing, sessions on live street and shit. So what I'm saying, after that, you got this thing here where, you got Rich Dollars and Yandy, and this is an interesting point. And I don't know if y'all was paying attention to this now. Now, Rich Dollars telling Yandy feels like she's caught in the middle, because she's like, for business to time, once, Rich Dollars told about the messing around, stuff like that. I don't know, remember that if he said anything that they were married. But she's already like, oh shit. And then she's also cool with Tara, and she already turns out invited both Anita Moth and Tara to the K Michelle's, welcome to New York party and shit. So she already knows possibly some shit can puff off, and she don't want to be caught in the middle, business side and personal side, because she's cool with Tara, which is understandable. So when Yanni, when they also talk about business, like trying to get more talent out there, because she was saying about the young person, that's when Rich Dollars was telling the situation. But was it just me? And they also made sure they didn't show no description at the bottom was coming through. So when Yanni was about to leave, I could have sworn that was Lawrence Hill's baby father of her first 5 out of 6 kids. And like I said, sleeping with married men, because we all know that Lauryn Hill, not to criticize anything, but I'm just saying, he was married when she started working and conceived Zion and whatever the last baby's name is. And we already know the Wyclef situation. But I'm like, I could have sworn that was Marley, Lauryn Hill's ex Marley and stuff. Okay, so I'm just saying, for the couple of if y'all thought or know that was him. So let's get to also the story in between, right before the party's about to happen and shit. Now you got Corey Guns, which is sad that this child is so mad talented, young man rather, is so mad talented and shit. And he's the back burner. I mean, I don't know if Lil Wayne didn't think because he's competition, that's why he won't coming out. But I mean, Lil Twist and who's that other child? Macaroni. I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't know the name of some of the hitting people, okay? Even Target got an album out and a couple albums. You see what I'm saying? But it's like Tory Guns is ill with the rapping. And then when they go in the studio and whatever the case is, Corey Guns is, facing, being caught with a gun charge. And Peter Guns just said he should have been better there as, following an example. But I could have sworn if any of y'all actually seen Son of a Guns, a few people, and that's probably why they only had one season because it probably had low ratings, but I did watch the whole thing. And I could have sworn he already had a charge previously for having a gun charge or some shit, and he couldn't leave like certain states or had some probation. Then is this just me, or I could have sworn he already had it? So now all of a sudden now he's possibly facing some more charges. Damn, Lord, get it together, please. But anyways, but he's still Corey Guns, says he still had the opportunity and stuff like that. Peter Guns admitted that he didn't originally want Corey Guns to get into the rap industry, but he was so ill and so mad talented that, he was like, he kind of just gave his blessings to do so. So hopefully, he can, I don't know, like I said, that shit is still pending, whatever. But, while he's there talking to his son, Rich Dawes had called because now we had to wind back. Now he's talking to Tara, and Tara still, like I said, is also the new Mimi in the making, because here she's now trying to change it. And of course, he was able to do reverse psychology and shit, but here she's trying to claim like, oh, I was just jumping the gun. I know you're supposed to have friends. You're allowed to be social pictures. And here Peter Guns, because he came in with the Kroger special flowers and shit, coming in and still trying to be cool and be with her. Even, because they haven't been cool ever since that argument. Not just with the picture, but the fact that he left his child at the school when he's busy, fucking and playing guitars and shit with Andrea Moff, okay? So, after that, they, I guess, are supposed to be cool, but he's trying to get her promises that, you always be there for me type of shit. But like I said, she fell for it and she admitted that not only messing with this, I could have sworn she said this child's mother, and then I had to wonder how many babies does he have? Because besides them two boys, we know Corey, how many kids in total does Peter Guns have? Because she's talking about his child's mother. And like I said, y'all watched Sons of the Gun show, Corey Guns' mother wasn't pretty much a lot of times, I guess, a lot in his life. And I mean, they did show her. She did come back, and I think she was ill. So I don't know if he was fucking with her back again. Then she was talking about he had another family. So I'm thinking, the fuck? And is this dick? It got dirt on it and disease. I'm just saying, he fucking around too much, and ain't got nerve to be just fucking everybody raw and shit. Just okay. Anyways, so they are so-called cool or whatever, right? And so when he's talking, like, let's flash forward, it's the second to last scene. Now, I'm supposed to cage Michelle party, and, she's talking shit, and, showing how much money she got in this one dude, and they just, talking smack with blah, blah, blah. And so Rich Dawes calls, Peter in order to inform him, like, okay, they're gonna make you party. We already know Drina Moff is getting sick and tired because she's been hearing the same shit over and over again. You're gonna tell Tara next day about the relation, blah blah blah, and everything, that they're married and blah 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 over and over again. And so he catches her and shit, in just in the nick of time, to stop her from, saying anything and nothing like that. And she just like, okay, but now he gave it an option because she's just like, okay, I'm sick and tired. There's no tears. I'm sick and tired. This blah 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 blah. So she stops him going into the party, and Peter Guns is supposed to tell Tara on his own terms, and also known as, we gotta keep this spicy up and shit. Mona's saying, okay, in the back room, okay. So he is supposed to tell Tara next thing, and I don't know. I'm not getting excited yet until I see it, because we all know we can be fooled. And if Tara does actually smack Arena Moth, yeah, I said her name wrong on purpose. Okay, if she does get a chance to get her, or the security guards don't get her a chance, I hope that they don't do that same shit. Whereas they edit it, I'm not saying the show has to be confined, but it's like we won't know whether she smacked. Now, at least give us a sound effect of someone just seeing it. I'm just saying we don't know if she actually gets a chance to smack, but that's just to grab us, okay, to hold on to the show. You know what I'm saying? And that is what I thought was important or any highlights about this show. Like I said, it looks like for what we gather is it possibly is going to be a good season. I do know, like when I tried to watch last season New York and stuff and Consequence and his teeth and whiny ass Jen and all the rest of it. I mean, by the time the second show episode has started, it kind of just do. Okay, but it looks like now they're gonna keep us at the screen. Okay. So anyway, y'all, uh, enjoy, like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I thank everybody who's supporting me. And I have to say that again. Whether y'all just watching, y'all YouTubers, because I mean, I got a few subscribers, but I appreciate them because every little subscriber counts. You know what I mean? And without y'all, I wouldn't be keep doing this, and it motivates me to keep doing more and more. You know what I mean? So see y'all in the next video, because y'all gonna be seeing the Simon shirt. Okay, I need a few more vids because I'm gonna try to get them out there and get my schedule set up with this stuff. You know what I mean? So y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next video. Have a lovely evening, a lovely morning, a lovely weekend, and everything else. Take care, y'all. Bye bye.